I have always been interested in animals. Literally, my first memory is falling into a window well. I was probably 3 or 4, and I was trying to grab a tiger salamander. And I fell in, I scraped my chin, and I was very unhappy. But that was like my first memory, was trying to catch something. And I've always been wildly interested in museums and learning about different animals, watching nature shows, trying to understand how animals are interacting with each other, with their environment. I use the fruit fly Drosophila as a model organism in my research, and our primary project is about trying to understand why Drosophila have ridiculously long sperm. And has to do with the shape of the female reproductive tract. Females store sperm within specialized organs within their reproductive tracts for extended periods of time. And in Drosophila, length of sperm is associated with length of the female sperm storage organ. And so what we think is happening is that longer sperm storage organs in females are selecting for longer sperm in males. The sperm storage organs are not cognitive, they're not actually preferring longer sperm. There's some biomechanical process that we don't really understand that seems to be biasing fertilization. Human sperm is generally of poor quality. Don't really know why that is. And so certainly any research about spermatogenesis and evolution of sperm morphology could have impacts on understanding issues around male fertility. We have a project where we feed flies alcohol. They really like it. The fruit fly species that we studied the most lays their eggs in fruit, and fruit ferments, and so they're naturally attracted to alcohol, which also has a high caloric value. And if we feed adults alcohol for 3 to 6 days, their offspring have an increased resistance to alcohol. And we see this increased resistance out to 5 generations removed. There's a similar phenomenon in humans where if you have an alcoholic parent, you basically have a harder time getting drunk. You consume more alcohol to get that same effect, and you become more susceptible to alcoholism yourself. The political climate has been not super receptive to science for quite some time, even before the current administration.
Totally bananas. I mean, we can't continue to spend money like this. Many other taxpayer-funded science projects sounded like they were concocted in a frat house rather than a government research agency.
And I think it speaks to science education in this country, and we really need to focus on having research experiences. Undergraduates play a huge role in my research. I couldn't really do what I do without them. As far as I can tell, all kids are into science, and they lose that at some point. We need to figure out when that happens and keep them interested and keep them engaged, and so that we don't have people in charge in our government who have such a misunderstanding of science and a lack of appreciation for basic research.